Hello everyone, this is Darcenovia here, and this is another DC comic rundown, or you could call or review, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to give my thoughts on various issues that I picked up. These aren't the issues I showed you in my haul. I'm just trying to do this to catch up. Titans one shot. I thought this was really good, honestly. It basically... I can't really talk about this considering I don't have much connection with the other characters. I haven't read the New 52 or all the stuff prior to that. But Wily West, restoring the memories of his friends that he knew when he was met as members of the Teen Titans. This would probably take place right after the very first one shot that was released. It's sometime around the same time as The Flash. But I'm really looking forward to reading, the first issue, because this sets up probably for more great stuff. Teen Titans. I never read Teen Titans before, and I enjoyed this one shot. Really good. I'd pick it up. Justice League. I'm not gonna lie, the art is kind of weird in here. The cover looks really nice on this. This would take place probably sometime after the other comics. But it's just weird, the art for Justice League. No, it's not terrible. I may have to show you an example. I mean, if you've read some of the other comics, you're like, what? The art isn't bad. I'll have to get you a good look. If you could see. I mean, the art isn't bad. It's just weird compared to the rest of the stuff that you would be reading. I can understand that there's multiple comics they have to draw around the same time. They have a schedule, so they can't have all the same artists. But I would wish it would be a little more consistent, so it reflects, the way the characters look in the other comic series. But I can overlook that. To me, art isn't everything. Just as long as the stories are good. That's all that matters. And Superman, which not the Action Comics, the main Superman series. Superman issue 1. I must say, of course in issue 2, I'm really liking this series. Unlike Batman, the writing is actually really good, and it's actually the storyline is really good in this. Batman is I hate to say this, boring. It's almost as if the writers of Batman ran out of ideas to write the character. This, I really like the dynamic between Superman and his son, John. And I'm really looking forward to reading more of this, of Batman. I mean, no, Superman. Why am I saying Batman? I've read so many Batman comics, at least it feels like, over the years. But issue 1 and 2 gave me a very first impression. But then again, Superman is one of my favorite titles I've read in Rebirth so far. It hasn't disappointed me yet, Superman. If you're a Superman fan or you want to check out a Superman comic, well, you want to start with the one-shot, obviously. Unlike Batman, where the detective comics are good and what the main comic is mediocre, both series are worth reading, in my opinion. There's no reason to read one and not read the other. Hal Jordan, one shot. I thought this was really good. The storyline was really good. It was a good way to reintroduce readers like myself who have not read a comic of Hal Jordan. I assume this would take place sometime after the Green Lantern comics I'm currently reading. The Green Lanterns comics are my favorite, actually. I would be lying. I really love them. This is a really good way to reintroduce people to Hal Jordan or new readers to be introduced to the character. I cannot wait to read the first issue. Now, all new Superman. This is really good. This is basically a Chinese Superman. This basically is in China. And I really like this. It's, at the end of this issue, it introduces a Chinese Justice League. And I'm really looking forward to see how this series develops. I really am. In fact, this would probably be my favorite of the Rebirth titles, considering, it's a new character and it's not taking it. I'm looking at you, Marvel, taking an existing character, changing their race or gender, the superhero, and not giving the character a chance to shine on their own. This seems to be doing that, but we'll have to wait and see. This is the first issue, and you can't always judge something based on issue 1. But I'm really looking forward to reading more. This is not as long as my last one, but there isn't as many comics that I've read between, the last one and this one, and I basically wanted to be more caught up. I'm still far behind, but I'm a lot closer to being caught up than I was last time. See you guys next time.